Okay, so we said face on wise, the only thing to change at your setup was that left hand grip. It just gets a little bit round to the side again, so just make sure again gripping in the fingers. Don't lock the shoulder up when you do it, just let the hand sort of just rotate through the forearm there, so you're not locking the elbow or getting tight in the shoulder. It's just sitting basically lower down the fingers rather than with the light on there with the left hand. So once that's in a better position, that's going to help you get the arms hanging down. If they're stretching at setup, the club just becomes too heavy, and the club then kind of almost swings you. As a result of that club then, as we said, sort of being too heavy and swinging you as you come into impact, there's that leaning back. So at the moment of contact now here, you can see your hands, there's impact there. The shaft now is certainly behind the golf ball, okay, and your hands are over towards your right leg. Now, this is the one where you felt you moved left more, okay, you have moved left more or moved less right. There's impact there. You can see your hands now probably more on top of the golf ball, a bit more there, rather than back by your right foot. It's still a little bit of a lean back more than we want, but it's starting to move your hands. In an ideal world, what we would see at the point of contact is your hands a bit more towards your left leg there, rather than being, as we can see, back there behind the golf ball. Yeah, your body will move through with it and so on, yeah. I mean, you don't want your body to be leaning back as we swing. I mean, the golf swing really is sort of just a rotational movement, so once you set it there, you kind of rotate around that yellow line. And in the backswing, you do it very well. If you're at the top of the backswing, that's fine. There's a bit of shift there, but from here now, you've got to feel almost a sort of movement with the hips, this lower half of the body moving this way a bit more, just getting a bit more. It's not a sway, it's just force going from your right foot to your left foot as you shift on. What you tend to do is sort of stay down, and then as a result of your head staying down sometimes too long, it starts then moving back, so you're hitting the golf ball more from behind the golf ball here, as opposed to being more on top of the golf ball. Now it's going to take a little bit of practice. Again, a good drill to practice if you get the shadow out, the sun behind you. If we ever had the sun kind of there, you would kind of see your shadow if you're hitting the golf ball here. Yeah. You can then just make some swings, usually around about sort of midday, 1 o'clock when the sun's at the highest. Your shadow would be in a position where you could sort of look straight down to the golf ball, and your shadow wouldn't be that far. If you did sort of in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, the shadow would be out there, so obviously, wouldn't it? So find a spot where you can do that maybe, and just have a few swings, and just sort of see where your head goes. Actually, don't hit a ball, maybe put a tee on the ground or something. Just make some full swings, and just be aware of where your shadow goes. If you see your shadow sort of doing this as you come in, you'll see that, and then you'll start thinking, okay, what have I got to feel to get the sensation my shadow's moving, sort of staying more on top of the golf, and my body shifts and rotates. And that's the thing with the golfing, it's the feeling that you're trying to create. There are people I teach who actually want to stay back on the right side more, they sway too much. So the feeling for them to get exactly the same position we're trying to create would be completely different to you. And that's the thing, you can't sort of see a golf swing, it's a feeling that you have. So what you feel is doing one thing to create that position there would be different to the next person and to Alison and everyone else and someone you teach. So it's your own personal feeling.
Am I not following through? Is that what it is?
It's kind of that sensation. I mean, you're not following through as much because of this. This is mainly the cause. The effect is a lack of rotation through there and staying back. You actually get to the ball pretty good after that. But if we look at your right foot's more sort of hanging back a little bit, haven't really sort of rotated through quite as much, and sort of a little bit on your back foot. So if you just think, oh, I'll just try and complete the swing or follow through more, if the body's still leaning back, you'll only follow through as far as you can. So the follow through has been limited in the fact that you're not really shifting and getting your body weight to move onto the left side. And it's not really a sort of sway, it's just a more of a sort of shift of weight from one side of the foot to the other side of the foot, one foot to the other foot really, and getting your body in a position where you can get a better strike. But if we are certainly behind the golf ball, like so with our head, your 56 degree loft now is going to be kind of that way. It's just going to be going straight up in the air. If we get that red on and tilt it kind of thing, you sort of visualise sort of how like a ship's anchor would work, sort of straight down there, sort of curve at the bottom. If we tilt the sort of vertical bit this way, the bit at the bottom now is going to be shallow to higher. If we tilt it that way, it'd be steep to shallow. So your spine angle is kind of the vertical structure of the anchor there, and we've got to try and make sure when we hit the golf ball we're more on top of it, so there's the actual arc of the swing is more that way
rather than whoop.
Exactly, so that's what we're trying to looking for, rather than at the moment you're kind of here and that way. Okay, if you're trying to, it'll feel to you, okay, so yellow's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Red's what we're looking for. What it will feel like to you is blue. You're nowhere near blue because obviously you're miles away from that. But that's what it'll feel like to you. We're just tilting it side to side.
Yeah.
Because you don't intentionally stay behind the ball or lean back. Yellow is what is what you're doing. Red is what you think you're doing.
Mhm.
So therefore, to move your body this way, it'll feel more on the blue line there. Yeah. So you can reel and feel. Okay, I got people who come for lessons who actually go on the blue line, and we're saying, right, try and stay back on the yellow line.
Yeah.
But both of you want to try and be on the red line over the ball with that sort of nice shallow angle of attack with all the clubs, which is relative to each club, and gets on top of the golf ball. If we lean back, the angle of that club changes, so then you're up on the ball a lot. When the ball's on a nice fluffy bit of grass, you almost go under it and just send it up in the air 20 yards rather than 50, or you run the risk on a slightly tighter lie, catching the bottom groove and shooting across the green. So, make sense?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, not a massive, not sort of really changing the swing. It's just a question of where the body shift of weight is going to, rather than sort of staying. In some ways, too far from the ball helped you sort of fall back because you were sort of throwing the club at it.
Yes.
It's a heavier club,
Yeah.
and you'll notice that extra weight in the club. So when you try and throw the extra weight of the club to the ball, look, your head will fall back. So, okay, right, have a couple more, and John will try and practice that. Okay.